Hello friends, it's that beautiful time where once every 4 years the best of the best in international soccer meet up to throw down at the game's highest level. The World Cup is a special tournament after offering soccer fans and players the highest highs and the lowest lows. It's no understatement to say that the World Cup is truly the pinnacle of professional soccer. Heartbreak and elation are commonplace at this tournament, and every year sees shocking defeats and even more shocking victories. From Germany's 7-1 thrashing of Brazil at Brazil hosted 2014 tournament, to England snatching two late winners at their own hosted 1966 tournament, the World Cup has something for every soccer fan. So if you are like me and you love soccer and the World Cup, then brush up on some World Cup knowledge here to wax at your soccer mates when you are at the bar during the next big match.
Quando o Uruguai empatou, nós pensamos que ia ter a vitória, que o Brasil tinha mais time.
Friends, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button if you enjoy our videos. The World Cup is held every 4 years. To date, there have been 20 World Cup tournaments, the first of which took place in 1930. The name of the original World Cup trophy is the Jules Rimet Trophy, named after the FIFA president Jules Rimet, who passed the vote to start the competition in 1929. Uruguay were the hosts for the first ever World Cup in 1930, and they also went on to win the tournament. "2018 is the first ever World Cup to be hosted in Russia. England have only ever hosted a tournament once in 1966, which was also the only time they ever won the tournament, defeating Germany in a dramatic last-minute 4-2 win. They think it's all over, it is now.
When there was only a minute to go, England still had no thought of being content with that one-goal lead. Racing to beat the whistle, Jeff Hurst saw an opening in the defence and achieved that.
Almost half of the world's population, that's 3.2 billion people, tuned into the 2014 World Cup. The 2002 World Cup, hosted by both South Korea and Japan, was the first ever World Cup to be hosted by two different nations. Brazil are currently the nation to boast the most World Cup wins, having won 5. However, Germany and Italy are both close behind them, having won 4 tournaments each. Egyptian goalkeeper Essam El Hadari is the oldest player to ever play in the World Cup at the age of 45, having played at the 2018 Russian World Cup. After saving Saudi Arabia's Fahad Al-Muwalad's penalty in his last game, he then became the oldest ever goalkeeper to save a penalty at the World Cup. The oldest person to ever score a goal at the World Cup was Cameroonian player Roger Mila, who scored against Russia in 1994. In the 2018 Russian-hosted World Cup, the distance between Ekaterinburg and Kaliningrad, the easternmost host city and westernmost host city respectively, is 150,000 miles. That's the same distance from Moscow to London. The fastest ever World Cup goal took place only 10.89 seconds after kickoff and was scored by Hakan Şükür of Turkey against South Korea in 2002. The highest ever scoring in a World Cup match was when Austria defeated Switzerland 7-5 at the Switzerland-hosted 1954 World Cup. In 1966, the World Cup trophy was stolen prior to the tournament and was missing for 7 days before being found by a dog named Pickles. English goalkeeper Peter Shilton, the goalkeeper of England's winning 1966 squad, holds the highest record for clean sheets, having earned 10 clean sheets in the World Cup. Mexico is the team with the most losses, having lost 25 different matches since the World Cup started. The Italians are the team who have had the most World Cup draws, with 21 draws altogether. Brazil are the team with the most World Cup wins, having won 70 games at the tournament. Brazil also holds the record for the most wins in one tournament, winning 7 matches in the 2002 World Cup in South Korea and Japan. To put that into perspective, they won every game in the tournament that year. That's all 3 group games, their round of last 16 game, their quarter-final game, semi-final game, and then the final match in order to win their 5th World Cup title. Germany have only ever failed to make it past the group stages in the World Cup twice. Once back in 1938, then 8 years later at the 2018 World Cup, where they crashed out defending their title in the groups with a crushing defeat at the hands of South Korea. Italy and Brazil are the only 2 teams to ever win the tournament twice in a row. Indonesia is the team to have played the least amount of World Cup matches, having played only one in 1938. In 2026, the number of teams qualified into a World Cup will jump up from 32 to 48. The most goals ever scored in a single World Cup game is an impressive 5, which was scored by Oleg Salenko of Russia in 1994. Argentina are the team with the highest amount of red and yellow cards across all the World Cup tournaments they've played in. Retired German striker Miroslav Klose is the World Cup's highest total goal scorer, having scored 16 goals in total.
Supplied by Miroslav Klose with his 16.
As many heartbroken England fans can attest, England are the team who have lost the most World Cup penalty shootouts, having lost on penalties in 3 separate World Cups. However, England's scorer nemesis Germany are the team to have won the most World Cup penalty shootouts, having won 4 in total. At the onset of World War II in 1939, plans for the 1942 World Cup were cancelled, as was the 1946 World Cup due to FIFA having no funding for the tournament and still having to rebuild itself following the devastating conflict. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. We have new videos coming every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday evening.